Here's my review of Venom 2, which is actually entitled Venom, Let There Be Carnage. All right, there's kind of a love-hate relationship with this movie with a lot of moviegoers, and I actually was going to get my review up a lot earlier, but I actually got tickets early, and there was a whole fiasco with the theater, and I had to get my money back, and had to go actually see it yesterday was when I finally had the chance to go see it with my wife. And here's my review on the film. First of all, it is PG-13, and there have been a lot of complaints that people don't feel like they're going to be able to get the Venom movie they want if they make it PG-13. But I'll be honest with you, for the kind of movie that this is, if you like the first one, I really honestly think you're going to like the second one. I think it's a great companion movie. Neither of the movies are incredible or groundbreaking in any way, but they serve their purpose quite well. The first one introduced us to Venom in a really good way. You know, we got Tom Hardy. And Tom Hardy is back in this one. He plays Eddie Brock again. And this time, he is actually teamed up with a couple of newcomers. We have Naomi Harris is playing a character. We also have Woody Harrelson in the film playing actually Carnage. And I'm not going to get into spoilers in this review. And trust me, there are definitely some spoilers to be had, especially when it comes to the end credit scene. And I'm going to talk about the implications of that and what the end credit scenes mean on a different video. So this is just my preliminary video on the review. Here's how I feel about the film overall. I think it fits hand in hand with the first movie. If you liked it, I think you're going to like this one. If you didn't like the first one, I don't see any reason why you would like this one. There's a lot more of that banter between Venom and Tom Hardy. Eddie Brock. And I love the banter. I think some of it's freaking hilarious. You find out that the girl he was going to marry, she's back as well. She's going to be marrying another guy. And there's some funny dialogue that goes on in regards to their whole relationship. And when Eddie finds out and Venom finds out, it's kind of funny. We've got the store clerk is back. She's back as well. And there's some really funny scenes with her. So I think they did a really good job of piggybacking off of the first film, and it's a great 1-2 punch. Again, not groundbreaking. This is kind of if I had to liken this to anything, I would say it's kind of like a Superman 2 type of story where and this is minor spoilers, where, Tom Hardy actually loses his companionship with Venom for a part of the film and has to get him back. And it kind of had that Superman 2 kind of feel to it where he lost his powers and then had to get it back to defeat the bad guys at the end. We got the same kind of story here, and I don't think that's giving too much away, and I'm not going to give anything else away other than that. This film was directed by Andy Serkis, which I was interested to see that he actually directed it. And for people who don't know who Andy Serkis is, he played Gollum and does all kinds of voice work and motion capture. He was also in the Planet of the Apes movies. He played the main ape. So he's actually the director of this film. And I do remember before this came out, he said that there's not going to be a whole lot of exposition. They wanted to get in and get this movie going, and they do. The movie is like 97 minutes long, and there's no real downtime in this film at all. And you definitely have to stay for that end credit scene because it has major implications on the Marvel Universe going forward. It is not to be missed, and hopefully you haven't been spoiled by what it shows. So I will definitely talk about that on a different video, and I'd like to hear people's responses. I'm not a huge Marvel fan. I do go see the movies. I actually saw Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and I just never put up my review for that. And I also did see Black Widow, and I just never got up my review for that. And I will be doing those going forward because first and foremost, I want to make this a review channel. I've loved movies my entire life, and I love reviewing films, and I love hearing people's feedback. I will be seeing the new 007 James Bond movie this Thursday, and I hope to have my review up either that night or early Friday morning so that you guys can find out if that movie is worthy of seeing. And I'm in the middle of rewatching the other 4 films to get ready for that because there's one basic storyline that fits all of these movies. They go together. So at the end of the day, though, getting back to Venom, I will tell you that my review on this, my score on this as a movie, it's not It's not a cinematic masterpiece, but for what it is, I do give it 4 stars. And that's exactly what I gave the first one, is 4 stars. I think these go hand in hand. They're not amazing, but they get the job done. And if you're looking for just a basic popcorn flick to go see, this is a great one. And it did break post-pandemic records over the weekend, and I think made over $90 million. So I will tell you, the theater I was at was packed, and that was part of the problem, is they couldn't service all the patrons that were there. So if with these movies coming back post-pandemic, and even, you still got the media trying to scare us about this pandemic, but I could tell you here where I live in Arizona, nobody's afraid to go back to the movies. And everybody had a great time. So there was lots of laughs and a lot of fun in the theater. So that's my little recap and review here of Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I think Woody Harrelson did a great job. Naomi Harris did a great job. It was good to see everybody back in their roles. And so it was a good sequel. There's no two ways about it. If you didn't like the first one, you're not going to like this one. If you like the first one, you'll like this one. Don't let anybody dissuade you from going to see it. If you want to go see it, go see it. Don't be afraid, and enjoy movies. We got to get people back in the seats so they will start releasing everything that we missed. All right, we'll see you guys when I get done with the James Bond review. That'll be coming this Thursday or Friday morning. We'll see you guys then.